Blossom versus Black and Ballistix versus Tempest. That's going to be a crazy day of casting on Sunday, but here we go. After the two teams we have, of course, the usual and the always two bands of Braxis and Volskaya. But first map chosen by Ballistix, we're going into Dragonshire.
I don't know why we even mentioned the map bans at this point, right? Like, we can just skip over them. But, as you said, Dragonshire, pretty interesting. I mean, usually leading off with Dragonshire used to be a purely MVP Black move, and again, I get to say MVP Black because that is what they used to do last year. This year, though, pretty interesting. I don't know, they lost pretty hard on Dragonshire when they played against Tempest, right?
I think so. There were a few moments, and that's
that
one
was
of the best maps.
glorious Judgment into Hinterland Blast map,
yes.
right?
And also the Dragon Strike.
That was so good. Oh, right.
Well, which one are you saying that was so good? The Dragon Strike or the other one?
So Dragonshire has been the best map by far in HGC Korea so far. Interesting to see a first-man Tassadar against Ballistix, though. I guess considering, you know, Ballistix' reputation for running a lot of those Vala compositions centered around
even Tracer
and SCSC's mechanical prowess, Tassadar bans make a little bit of sense, but Genji and Hanzo both open.
Ooh, actually banning Greymane, they get to choose which one they take, either the Shuriken brother or the Arrow brother.
Shuriken brother, Anthony.
Either one of the Shimada ones.
Well, let's make bets. I think it will be Genji. That leaves you with Hanzo, so I chose for you.
Actually, here,
why is it taking them so long?
Because Genji, they've been playing a lot, and even though the first day their Genji was not so superb, of course, instant response from Ballistix. Either one was going to be the instant response anyhow, but they get to pick up Uther. So I was actually leaning towards Genji a little bit more.
Yeah, that's
also
what I thought too. This is very confusing. And one team taking both Genji and Uther, that does not bode well for Feliz at all. What is more concerning, though, as I was mentioning earlier, was that Feliz didn't know what to do as soon as Ballistix banned Greymane. What is that? Have you not thought of that possibility, prepared for that sequence of events before coming into this match?
They were surprised.
That's so confusing, right? Because this is what everyone does right now. If the first team doesn't ban either Hanzo or Genji, then you leave both open a lot of the time, unless you're very confident in dealing with a specific hero. So, rather confusing, but let's see what Feliz has in store. Sonya, Lucio, this does not bode well at all. I smell a spicy Judgment blow-up comp incoming from Ballistix. I am very excited to see that in action. It works perfectly against Lucio. Lucio is probably the easiest target to blow up with in that manner. We saw Tempest absolutely annihilate Gocho's Lucio on Dragonshire against KSV Black. I think we might see it again here. They don't have Uther, and Ballistix already has Genji. I really hope that Feliz decide to ban second material right here, or we could see bad things happening to that Lucio.
It's going to be tough for Lucio to survive, where I guess an easy ban would be an Uberok just to get that cocoon out of the way to save Lucio from running away all the time. Well, seems like Feliz may not have done their homework too well tonight as we begin the draft against Ballistix. Of course, they're against a team with much wider hero pool. That's, first of all, a bigger concern. When that happens, oftentimes when Blossom, when they first came into HGC last year, they did their homework really well. And also,
they did their homework though.
Oh.
They banned Tyrael.
Okay.
But as you were saying about Blossom.
Yeah, but they actually made a theme. They wanted to take at least a few sets of one of the stronger teams, like bringing the Ariel Choga, which shook the entire world, not just Korea. We were shocked, and they even brought back then MVP Black down for a set. It was a one of the biggest upset last year, I would say, for the entire region. And I think that's something where the lower teams should start thinking, maybe we should try this, try some new things, and then find what we're excelling at. and not just taking away picks. Maybe this is what they wanted to do, but starting bullying from the lane. But when you see these kind of picks, Leoric from Jungha, it makes it really hard for Sonya to dominate the lane when there's Leoric, because he will just strain that HP out of you all the time. And also Nubarak picked. Now what is Lucio going to do?
I am so excited to see Lucio struggling against Nubarak, Genji, and Leoric.
You're actually very happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, like, Lucio is my bane of existence whenever I play Hero League. Like, I hate that guy, so whenever someone blows him up, that's my jam. Although jam is what Lucio says, but anyway.
Oh,
Muradin pickup is pretty standard, I guess, with the ETC not being available, Tyrael not being available, Nubarak not being available, and I don't think we saw Nubarak lose yet, right? No? Oh, Gluck lost with him. Or am I wrong?
Yes, just today,
right.
yes.
Alright, so before that, Nubarak was like, had 100% win rate, and he was played like 7 or 8 times, so that was pretty big. I think this Li Ming pick is like half a takeaway, half a idea to, you know, break open those cocoons, which is a good idea, so pretty agreeable pick.
Everything makes sense from what Feliz did here. But how are they going to work this out? I think I'm having little doubts, but we do have to wait until the last pick of Ballistix. What are going to... I was also thinking of Li Ming to just having their old comfortable favorites of Genji, Li Ming, just reset party. But now, with that taken away from their hands, maybe they can just finish up with Avala, their favorite, just going with the Q.
Personally, I would like to see a Zeratul come in at this point, but I guess we could really see anything. And talking about Li Ming on Feliz, there are a lot of fantastic Li Ming players on that team, with Frankel, formerly known as Frank White, who played on Romong and Boom in Power League back in 2016. He went to the military, came back, joined Feliz, made it into HGC, and he was best known for his Li Ming. And so was Aimer, who was formerly known as Pink Elephant and Petal. He used to play on Team Y and Romong in Power League before joining the HGC. So 2 very good Li Ming players on Feliz.
Oh, we have to drop the beat now with that. I think the guy, we used to have maybe he's the same guy, the one with the drawing all the time from Super League.
The Super League Picasso.
With the avatar hat on himself the entire time. I think he's back, guys.
He was such a great fan. I was looking forward to his drawings like every time OG and Super League was
He
on.
literally brings the big white sketchbook for himself, and then he draws here. He doesn't like bring it from home. He draws it right here as he's watching the game and waiting for the game to start. But
sometimes when PogChamp things happen, he would draw them live on his sketchbook, right? That was so great.
Amazing art, guys. And here we have with the bands and the picks. You can see all that in the bottom. Ballistix, of course, a huge favorite going into this match, but it's going to be a similar story of match number 1. How well can Feliz play and do what they have brought to do against Ballistix tonight? I think that will be a great one, and the first one does land right on Hooligan.
Pretty decent accuracy, I would say. You know, that arrow is pretty easy to land.
Well, when it comes to a simple geometry, well, that's the hard one.
Your impression was better than this last time.
Simple geometry. Or he's going for the basic attack build now. But oftentimes, seems like depending on the player, also what your team comp is made up of, you can actually choose different talents. You can just go for that entire scatter arrow build or the basic attack, depending on how you like to play Hanzo. I think there are lots of builds for Hanzo which I like a lot right now.
By the way, Feliz already lost. They lost a tower on top, like the top front gate, while they absolutely got nothing in the bottom half of the map. This is something that absolutely should not have happened. So Ballistix basically styling on Feliz with their early rotations. I don't think it was even meant to be a styling, but what is going on right now? They're not responding to this Genji Lyric push on the top side of the map. And the gate is broken open. What's happening? Feliz, do something.
And this is already a loss on not just the top lane. This is going to act huge. Not just huge, of course we can't, there is no way of calling this game over, but the top lane is so important. We can't stress
oh my god,
more
this is bad. This is going to be bad.
Oh, let's see if Leoric also comes down. I think they actually may. We see Nubarak just clearing waves for now. But
This could be
OJ
really
trying
bad.
to... Oh man, Hamilton's about to die. And let's see as he's looking for that Swift Strike angle right now. They're coming in, trying to dominate.
The camp reset. Genji got what he wanted. He's also back at full health.
And also they got all the towers down at the top lane. This is horrible for Sonya.
Well, this is painful to watch, isn't it? But still, they're still on the same talent tier now. Feliz miraculously making it to level 4. Things might happen for them, might not. They're still scattered around the top half of the map, not doing much. They lost both shrines now.
Oh, let's see how they want to take this back, because without those towers, Sonya is going to have the very tough time against Jungha's Leoric, one of the best Korean Leoric, I would say.
I think he is by far the best, right? Who else can you think of, really? Maybe Good when he was back on GG.
Oh, Wolf was alright on Leoric when I played with him. And I'm just saying alright. Oh, actually, this survived.
Oh, wow.
Genji's looking
coming
around. He knows. He smells that. He smells that ninja. But he's gonna go for his brother and get that kill.
Familial feuds.
And Hanzo, you do have to be careful. That's why good Hanzo players is always near the wall, so you can always press that D and just go over to save yourself, and not really needing all that protection for your teammates.
D? I thought it was spacebar. Okay, different game. Anyway.
Different game, and spacebar twice.
Feliz managed to take back.
See, you're talking to a Hanzo main. Come on,
Alright. That was bad of me. But Feliz managed to take back the top shrine for a split second. Unfortunately, that was for naught.
Let's see how
Sonya really wants to take that camp, doesn't she?
And they're going to go in once more. Maybe this one will be taken away, actually, not just the reset on the Merc camp, a Bruiser camp here.
Thanks for the leash.
I'm losing my words. In game number 1, how can we catch game number 2 and 3?
Why do you want to take that camp? Why are you trying to interrupt that? You're going to die.
I think Sonya already realized that she lost the lane so hard that she has to do something else, but there's nothing else to do, so just go for the camp, but that's not the timing that you want to go for. As they were also losing the bot. They just took the shrine just now in the bottom lane, but they were losing it at that moment too.
You know, guys, we may be going a bit too hard on Feliz right now, but the thing is, usually when, you know, worse teams start losing on Dragonshire, it's because they are slightly slower to rotations, because they perhaps drafted clearly worse. But, you know, the mistakes that Feliz are making in this game are such elementary mistakes. And these aren't like slow rotations. These are like glacial rotations. They're not barely moving across the map in the way that they should move. So that's why we're sort of going in on them, because this looks pretty confusing, actually, because they put up a really good fight against Gluck the other day, right?
Yes, they did. Went all the way to the full set.
And they looked a lot better than this. So obviously Ballistix' stellar macro game is completely throwing them off, because it's nothing like what Gluck did to them, right? Gluck, like similar open division teams. Obviously, Gluck was the better team, it turned out, but still they were on roughly equal footing, whereas Ballistix... Oh, God. Sorry, Anaton. You're going down.
There's just no way, and as Ballistix move up and down, there will be kills, there will be structures destroyed. And it seems like we're going into a quick
commercial break.
No. Nice one.
This is why I don't get to be the host. Like, you get to be the host.
Rally is being a meanie tonight, guys. Just bear with him. It's gonna be his first and the last one.
I don't think I'll be employable after this night. No, thank you.
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot of viewers are enjoying us tonight, and Hanzo is holding that for, I don't know. We already had that moment yesterday. I don't know if we need one more.
I mean, the idea must be... Oh! Oh well.
Did you actually expect
Oh, well,
the
I
Dragon
mean,
Strike?
Like, maybe, I don't know.
Like negative 4%?
I mean, you know, sometimes Lucio's pick Reverse Amp, sometimes Hanzo's pick Dragon Strike.
Oh yes. So Ballistix still leading this game by far. Not really the biggest gap. Entomb does miss. So is this their chance to go in? I don't think so yet, because they're missing lots of members. This is exactly why I was thinking something like a Gul'dan instead of Leeming. Instead of Leeming, as you pointed out, it's a steal away from Ballistix, but still they're missing the wave clear big time. And that, not just the Sonya from top lane, because of that wave clear, they never had it. They still don't have it. They will never have it if they draft into this. Yes, they will never have it in this game. The wave clear is okay, and also not a scatter arrow build, so it's going to take a longer time in the way.
Right.
So that was also delaying them from catching the level up so much.
I don't really know what Feliz can do, and if we were to go back into the draft and try to figure out what went wrong there, I honestly think that the Sonya pick was pretty, you know, baseless. Like, there wasn't a real reason to pick up Sonya in that phase of the draft, and I think the only understandable reason, I don't think this will lead to anything. That was a very bad use of Sonya's heroic right there.
A very good trade for Hooligan.
Yes, indeed. And it almost feels like he didn't dodge it with E on purpose so that he could beat some spells out.
Yep, he was waiting for that moment. He didn't. He was trying to draw out everything that he could. And Feliz actually trying to do what they can. No talent down, level down, but getting the camp, trying to push the bottom lane as every single member in both teams trying to take the shrine away here.
Feliz don't want to give up another Dragon Knight, it seems. But is this a winnable fight for them? All
they're
of
poking a little bit
are up
with the golem. Now they realize there's no real reason to fight down there with the entire team. They're trying to make this a macro game. They can just lead the game slowly and make Feliz just follow them the entire time.
It's pretty impressive how measured Ballistix are in their rotations though, right? Because any team that are actually better at the game than the opposing team would have probably just decided to, oh wow, that was a pretty late Divine Shield. I think he should have used it almost immediately.
But still blown up Sonya, and that's only the first one. Here comes Jungha, and SCSC is just sweeping through, getting that reset with the Dragon Blade kills. 3 kills, and that was even without the Odin, without the Cocoon. That was kind of messy from both sides, but of course a lot more gain from Ballistix.
And also SCSC's Genji, probably one of the cleanest in pro play, like ever since the hero was released. And you know, we all like to talk about how crazy Reset can get on that hero, and I agree, when he's on his game, like, Reset's incredible on any hero, including Genji. But overall, I think SCSC's consistent clean performances on, you know, the ranged assassins that he plays best, like, it's so amazing to watch. Because when Reset and Rich pop off, you sort of know that you can't really do that. You're not good enough to do that. But SCSC sort of feels like a machine. You know that you can do that sometimes, but he does it all the time.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool too.
Which I can't do. Which I cannot do any time. That's also the thing. That's why they are so good at all the controls. You're in the Dragon Knight right now.
Oh no.
And man, it feels bad to see Hanzo blown up all the time, but that's what you get. Positioning yourself too close, and there pops the Odin. That's going to be so much body block happening. OJ cannot even barely. Oh, and an Entomb right after.
He doesn't have a jump.
The sound barrier comes, but the damage is just pouring down on his face. And they are just going for right now 4-level difference. Somehow, somewhen they made it into 4-level difference. Now more kills happening as he's just having fun right in front of the spawning spot.
Wow, so rude. So rude.
And now even SDE is just bumping into the wall. This is so much BM, but they took the kill onto Tychus.
I'm glad that SE got
it. It is not a perfect game. And Ballistix will take game number 1, though. That was a big stomp. one of the biggest stomps so far in HGC Korea.